If a book is well written, you always find it short. I have no clue who said this, but I completely resonate with this thought. I found the recent book that I read to be too short, probably because of the same reason. Hello, I'm Swapnil from SBJ Enrichment Hub, and I'm here to review a book that I read just 5 days back. I have already posted the written review of the book on my Instagram handle. Join me there to read all the reviews of the book that I have been reading. The book that I'm going to talk about is Maya Lifting the Wheel, written by Amar B. Singh. Amar Singh seems to be mighty influenced by the epic Mahabharata, and hence the setting of this fictional story is in Kurukshetra, the same place where the battle of Mahabharata was fought. This book narrates the story in a poetic form. Of course, the title of the book was what fascinated me the most. This was the author's recent book, so I assumed it to be his most evolved work. I recently binge-watched Mahabharata, and this book was kind of carrying the legacy. The story is a conversation between Arjun Pandit and Lord Krishna. Arjun lost his son to coronavirus and he is in extreme grief and helplessness. He asks God the fundamental questions and seeks his answers to them. Arjun is lost and at one point he contemplates committing suicide. Lord does lift the wheel and beautifully answers all his existential questions. There are many vital lessons to be learned from this book. There were way too many goosebump moments for me, and at the end I would read a few lines from the book that really touched me. The language of the book isn't that easy to comprehend since it's written in a poetic form. So a neophyte might not find it as relatable since it's not an easy read and the diction is above average. If you find Devdutt Patnaik's books luring but very long and boring, this book is the right choice for you to read. Do buy it on Amazon only for ₹99. These lines were spoken by Krishna to Arjuna. Why me, why him? These are mere questions. The source of this is your ignorance. Truth isn't static, it keeps changing. With sorrow in you, my grace is arising. We are talking, you call me heart and soul. If your son wasn't dead, you would have gone on more. Things will happen as they have to be. In your control is to really see. Destiny isn't good or bad. Some don't see, some see grace. You keep playing a mindless game. I pull you out. Should you me then blame? My rules are the same. Be it a demon, be it a sage. And then he goes on to say, when I was Buddha, I met a woman. She told me, bring back my dead son. I told her to bring anything from any home when nobody had died before. You know the basic conflict that man has? He knows he will die, still does all efforts such that his self be eternalized. The human mind, the great intellect, justifies fear as to survival it translates. The body survives indeed, the mind rebels. Survival is not enough, in freedom it revels. The value mind pursued. The body's survival can't take it anymore. Mind turns suicidal. In suicide, mind kills the body. What starts with fear ends in sorrow inevitably. You are in sorrow, your son is dead. He won't be poor, aren't you glad? He's already in another body, born to be a very prosperous family. Hadn't you wished for this before? You said, why did I give you children that you couldn't care for? Wow, it really touched me.